USB drive. A USB drive, also called a thumb drive, pen drive, or flash disk, is a portable solid-state storage device that uses flash memory to transfer and store data, and it connects to a computer or other host device through a USB interface like USB-A, USB-C, among others. It is a non-volatile storage medium, meaning it retains data even when powered off. A USB drive functions as a plug-and-play device and is widely used for data storage, backups, and file transfer. They come in different storage capacities, ranging from 64 megabytes in early models to up to a terabyte in modern versions. Speed in USB drives depends on the USB interface version, with USB 2.0 maxing at 480 megabytes per second, USB 3.2 Gen 1 at 5 gigabytes per second, and USB 3.2 Gen 2 offering speeds of up to 10 gigabytes per second. USB drives are extremely compact and lightweight, making them easy to carry in a pocket or on a keychain. They are also durable since they barely have any mechanical moving parts and are highly shock-resistant. USB drives are also cost-effective for even larger capacities. However, USB drives are at high risk of spreading malware, and their small size makes them physically vulnerable to loss. Memory card. A memory card is a compact, removable solid-state storage device that uses flash memory to store and transfer digital data. It is primarily designed for embedded and portable electronics, such as cameras, smartphones, drones, and gaming consoles. Unlike USB flash drives, which include a USB connector, memory cards are optimized for small form factor integration and require a compatible slot or card reader to interface with a host system. Memory card types include standard SD cards, mini SD cards, and micro SD cards, but micro SD cards are the most popular today, mainly used in smartphones, action cameras, and drones, and standard SD cards mainly used in laptops, cameras, and audio recorders. Storage capacities range from 4 megabytes in early models to up to 1 terabyte in modern versions. Memory cards are classified by capacity ranges defined by industry standards, primarily under the Secure Digital Specification. These classifications determine the maximum supported storage size and the default file system format. Memory cards are durable, lightweight, and highly resistant to shocks. However, they can be easily lost due to their size, and their physical pins can wear out or get damaged if not properly handled. Hard drive. A hard drive, also called a hard disk drive, is a secondary storage device used in computers to permanently store digital data such as operating systems, applications, documents, videos, and backups. It is non-volatile, meaning it retains data even when power is turned off. A hard drive stores data using magnetic storage technology. Inside the drive are spinning circular disks called platters coated with magnetic material. A moving read or write head accesses data by magnetizing tiny regions on these platters while they rotate at high speeds, commonly 5,400 or 7,200 revolutions per minute. Hard drives are commonly used in desktops, laptops, and servers due to their large storage capacities, often ranging from 500 gigabytes to up to 4 terabytes or even beyond. Hard disks connect to computers through interfaces such as IDE, SATA, and SAS, among others, which allow the computer to transfer data to and from the storage device. Speed of a hard drive is measured in revolutions per minute, averaging between 5,400 to 7,200, which is between 100 to 160 megabytes per second, though high-performance disks can reach speeds of 10,000 revolutions per minute or more, and the faster the disk spins, the quicker the drive can access data. Because of their design, hard drives provide large storage capacities at relatively low cost, making them widely used for mass storage and backups. Lifespan typically ranges between 3 to 5 years, depending on factors such as usage, temperature, and handling. With proper care, stable power, and good cooling, some drives can last even longer. However, since it has moving mechanical parts, it is more vulnerable to physical damage, heat, and slower speeds compared to modern storage devices like solid-state drives. SSD. Solid-state drives, commonly called SSDs, are modern storage devices used to store data on computers. Unlike traditional hard disk drives, SSDs have no moving parts. They instead store data on flash memory chips, similar to the technology used in USB drives and memory cards. They come in several types, mainly differentiated by their interface and form factor. Each type affects how it connects to a computer and how fast it can transfer data. SATA SSDs are the classic, most common, and widely compatible type. They were first introduced in the late 2000s and were designed to use the same interface as the traditional hard disk drives. This made them easy to install in existing computers without needing new connectors or major hardware changes. Since SSDs don't rely on spinning disks or mechanical arms, they can access and transfer data much faster than traditional hard drives. This results in quicker boot times, faster file transfers, and smoother overall system performance when opening applications or loading operating systems. SSDs also consume less power, which is especially useful in laptops and portable devices where battery life matters. However, solid-state drives are generally more expensive per gigabyte compared to traditional hard drives, which is why many systems use both devices together, an SSD for speed and a hard drive for mass storage. Cloud storage. Cloud storage is a service that allows users to store digital data on remote servers accessible via the internet instead of local devices like hard drives, allowing users to upload, manage, and sync files from any location with an internet connection. When you upload a file using providers like Google Drive, OneDrive, Dropbox, or iCloud, your data is sent online, encrypted, duplicated, and stored safely across different data centers in different regions. So when one data center crashes, your data is still safe and accessible from other centers as long as you're connected to internet. In terms of capacity, cloud storage is highly flexible. You can start with a small amount of free space and easily upgrade to larger storage plans as needed, making it scalable for both personal and professional use. However, you have to pay a monthly subscription depending on the capacity you opted for. Another type of cloud storage is network-attached storage. It is simply a dedicated storage device connected to a network that allows multiple users and devices to store and access data from a central location. Unlike cloud storage that requires third-party servers, NAS is physically located on-site, like at home or in an office, but can still be accessed remotely if configured. It typically uses multiple hard drives for better capacity and data protection, making it useful for file sharing, backups, and media storage without monthly subscriptions. Optical disc. An optical disc is a data storage medium that uses laser technology to read and sometimes write information encoded on its reflective surface. Data is stored as tiny pits and lands on the disk's surface. A laser in an optical drive then scans these patterns to retrieve information. Unlike other storage devices that are often used for bulk storage, optical disks are typically used for media distribution, backups, and software installation. Common types include compact disc, digital versatile disc, and Blu-ray disc. A compact disc is an early optical storage medium that typically holds about 700 megabytes of data and is mainly used for music, basic software, and small files. A digital versatile disc offers higher capacity, usually 4.7 gigabytes to 8.5 gigabytes, making it suitable for movies and larger programs. A Blu-ray disc provides even greater storage, ranging from 25 gigabytes to 50 gigabytes or more, and is designed for high-definition video and large data storage using a more advanced laser technology for improved capacity and performance. As a means of storage, it is valued for its low cost, portability, and ability to preserve data for long periods. However, optical discs are no longer widely used today because they have been replaced by faster and more efficient storage technologies like flash drives and cloud storage. Floppy disk. A floppy disk is an early portable storage device that uses a thin magnetic disk inside a plastic case to store data. It was widely used from the 1970s to the early 2000s for saving and transferring small computer files. Floppy disks typically had very low storage capacity, for example, 1.4 megabytes for the common 3.5-inch version, making them slow and limited compared to modern storage devices like USB drives. Magnetic tape. A magnetic tape is a data storage medium that uses a thin strip of plastic coated with magnetic material to record information. Data is written and read sequentially, meaning the tape must move past a read or write head to access specific information, which makes it slower than modern random access devices like solid-state drives. It was widely used particularly from the early 1950s onwards and offered a durable, high-capacity, and cost-effective alternative for computer data storage, becoming the industry standard for archives and backups, especially by large organizations. Today, magnetic tapes remain a reliable storage medium best suited for long-term data backup and archiving with a lifespan of over 30 years despite its slower access speed compared to modern storage technologies. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out more videos on the channel.